A blind knight that uses echolocation, viewing the dark, treacherous world through sound. Trapped in a dungeon keep, endangered by combatants, where hazards lurk around every corner. Make sound to have vision, or don't and be stealthy. Avoid impaling threats throughout the dungeon to escape. Engage with other prisoners.
Rogue Knight I've been hearing about. Could you find the key and unlock myself?
Free them to fight back with more allies.
Let's take this guy.
The dungeon labyrinth has many paths and even more traps. Struggle through the darkness to find your freedom.
Presentation.
This is the Daredevil series from Bristol Motor Speedway, only on Turn 200.
All is quiet for now in Thunder Valley, but things are about to get loud at the last great Coliseum for the second time in series history. The Daredevil series takes over Bristol. 10th round of Season 6 for the Daredevil series on Turn 200. It's Tommy Cook and it's Matt Williamson. Partner, welcome back to Bristol. It's always a treat to be here.
Certainly is, partner. It's doesn't matter what car, doesn't matter if it's a Bristol Bash, if it's a NASCAR, if it's open wheel cars. It is always good to be here at the last great Coliseum, and we have quite the interesting program up for everybody here tonight.
We certainly do. Well, more on that in a second. Let's take a look quickly at the point standings. Things very comfortable at the top, and we'll be seeing a lot of red in the point standings next week around this time.
Yeah, I mean, if you look over there on the right side of the screen, I mean, there's drivers that are over 4,000 points out of it, which, I mean, of course, they could win 4 races and get right back into it, I suppose, but that would also mean that James Watson would pretty much have to finish last in all of those races also. So those drivers starting to find their way out of the standings here. Of course, James Watson, a nice lead here, over 1,500 points in front of Brody Gunter, who sits in second. Matt Schlosser, pretty close there with Brody, but then, I mean, you go to fourth and Dakota DeMade, and, I mean, Dakota's over 1,000 points behind Brody also. So lots of work to do, even for those in the top 5, if they want any shot at the championship over James Watson here. But, I mean, tonight, if something goes awry tonight, there's not a lot of places to escape. So, I mean, if Watson somehow gets put in a precarious position, I mean, some things could get shaken up here tonight.
Watson, the winner here last time, a couple of seasons ago, we were at Bristol, used his champions pick to put it back on the schedule for this season. It's a heat racing format. Not quite sure how many heat races we're going to have yet. I think probably 2, and that is indeed the case. We'll have 2 heat races. There'll be 10 laps apiece, and some bonus points on the line here as well. With the second career quick time, believe it or not, in the Daredevil series, only his second pole. Christopher Hill will lead the field to green. Brody Gunter will line up to his outside. Zach Amspacher in the 747 will start on the inside of row number 2. Paul Ellison will line up to his outside in 4th. Kyle Allen and Matt Schlosser on row number 3. And Christopher Kresge, I'm not sure, has made it back. He lagged out of the session earlier, and I don't think has rejoined yet. So we'll see if he makes a late appearance or if we'll roll with the 6 that we've got for heat race number 1 tonight at Bristol. 250 points to the winner, 100 points to second, 50 points to third. A little extra cheddar on the line here for the drivers trying to rally themselves back into the fight. As these drivers get ready to roll off a pit road, let's take a look at the weather conditions here late into the evening at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's dark right now. I mean, the ambient temperature only 70 degrees, and the track temperature just about the same. Currently sits at 71 degrees. So, I mean, cold tires, very cold racetrack. You're going to have to be very careful on entry here. Hand up on this one. No practice laps for me tonight. I typically try and put at least a few in to kind of see how the car is going to behave. But I think the car is going to be pretty dancy, as you see. All of the drivers are trying to get some heat in those tires, scrubbing on both of these pace laps before we take the green.
Full, quote-unquote, fuel loads in these cars. They will struggle for turn for the first few laps. We gave them 4 laps for qualifying, so their 4th lap could be a little bit of a ripper. Especially in dirty air, these cars are not going to want to turn. They'll get them going just in time for the heat race to be over. But you're right. As this race, the feature race, goes along, this car is only going to get lighter and lighter, and it will snap around. The big difference in the feature tonight, it is the Bristol exclusive 1 fast repair. Green flag is out for heat race number 1 as Christopher Hill and Brody Gunter lead them into turn number 1. Amspacher trying to get up in front of Ellison as
Gunter.
Allen and Schlosser make some contact, and Gunter
got up into the wall.
Yeah. Hill leads the opener. This car just does not turn with cold tires. But it doesn't take very long on the high banks of Bristol, 23 degrees of banking. They heat up pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, you can obviously see they're absolutely ripping around here. I mean, Christopher Hill ran a lap under 13 seconds.
He ran 12.9s. We're running 11.9s in practice. Victor Aldrich had the quick time there.
Closest battle right now, is further back. You just mentioned it. Schlosser and Allen. Schlosser trying to get a little momentum here.
Coming to the halfway mark of the heat.
And Brody Gunter just set the purple lap of the first heat race.
Into the 11.9s he goes, but he's got 3/4 of a second to catch up for Christopher Hill. I think he's just about out of time. Three to go.
Here's a look in the cockpit here for Brody Gunter, and you can see it on the screen. You can also hear it here on this shot. The car scraping the concrete here at Bristol, very low to the ground.
Coming to the stripe, Christopher Hill will pick up some bonus points in his quest to get back into the title fight. Brody Gunter in second, Zach Amspacher in third.
Gunter, I mean, it's too little too late, but Gunter made up a lot of time there in those last couple of laps.
If nothing else, will take away some long-run pace here, headed into the feature here in just a couple minutes' time. Heat race number 2 will line up like this. Leading the field to green, Dakota DeMade, the demigod. We'll start to the inside of the defending Bristol winner, James Watson, winner last week at Dover as well on the concrete. Victor Aldrich was fast in practice. Joshua Rutherford turned the most laps in practice. They start on row number 2. Eric Dubois will make his series debut. We saw him in a recruitment race at Navarre earlier this year. And Corey Rutherford will round out the field in the 6th and final position.
So, I mean, that first heat race, it just took too long for, for the tires to kind of come in to be able to really make up some time. But, I mean, I think the writing was on the wall there, and it could have been Christopher Hill just making sure he didn't make a mistake, I suppose. But, I mean, Gunter started to reel in Hill. I mean, he made up 0.3 of a second there just in the last 4 laps or so. So, I mean, that's going to be something to watch for when we get to the feature race.
Passing was not impossible here a couple of seasons ago. These drivers got big runs down the straightaways. It was just a question of whether or not the driver in front could hold it down to the bottom, or if maybe there was some real estate down low. But passing on the outside, especially setting it up and taking a big run to the inside down the straights like we saw Brady Gunter try a couple of times last week at Dover. That is a thing that works here. Pretty good racing last time out. Also, spectacular carnage, like you would expect. For green. Watson from the outside pole to the point. Joshua Rutherford into the wall as Corey Rutherford moves up to 4th.
Yeah, Corey made a little wheel-to-wheel contact with Victor there, but Corey looking sharp here early on.
And Watson with a big advantage right now, half a second, headed into turn number 3 as DeMade is into the wall. Here comes Joshua Rutherford. Joshua to the inside. DeMade trying to hang on up top.
I mean, look at him. I mean, he is basically putting his left side tires on that line, almost onto the apron, and trying to hook the bottom. I mean, that seemed to work well. Just as the tires have come in now, DeMade able to carry some momentum around the top and able to secure second place.
So Watson with the clean air up front, able to continue to extend his advantage over DeMade. DeMade clocks the purple lap, however. 12:236. Not quite the speeds that we were seeing from Hill and Gunter just a moment ago. But to Joshua Rutherford's point in the chat, about lap 6, lap 7, lap 8 maybe, these tires will be up to snuff.
So not great for the field.
Eric Dubois, I think, hit the wall and damaged that car pretty good.
Final lap here, not great for the field here as James Watson is going to get maximum bonus points in the heat race.
Yeah. To the checkers, and Watson wins the heat. DeMade in second, Rutherford in third. They both need some points. There is every chance that they could outdo Watson in the feature. 100 laps, 10 times what we just saw. As we've got... Why are we lining up for the Consi? Oh, you're kidding me. Why is it doing a consolation race with 5 people? With 4 people?
I mean, everybody's going to make it. 24 is supposed to make it to the feature. We only have 13 cars here tonight, but we're going to race it out for those starting spots at the back of the field.
Yeah, I mean, we have to.
Currently, Tommy Cook is explaining to the field how terrible iRacing is with heat racing, and that is completely valid.
I don't understand. I don't get it.
I don't know why it's such a problem to program, because I mean our overlays don't work with heat racing either. I mean, they've never have. So there's something about the way that the heat racing is formatted and coded that just makes it very difficult to make really anything work with, apparently.
All right, so Kyle Allen, Victor Aldrich, Matt Schlosser, Eric Dubois. Those are the 4 drivers, and they're racing for the final 4 spots. And they essentially get an extra 15 laps of practice here.
I mean, it's not the worst, as we are, purely under the lights at this point. Early on in practice, there was a little sunshine. The sun was kind of going down. And then, we are under the lights, no question about it now. So, the track's going to change a little bit here. Looking at the weather, it's not a whole lot of difference, temperature-wise necessarily, but, it'll still be good practice.
All right. Allen and Aldrich punch the throttle. Schlosser close behind. A little slow start there for Dubois.
Oh, Schlosser
man.
pounded the wall.
That's not good, and that's not good either.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
Oh, my.
What on earth is gotten into these guys?
I think they got a little too comfortable. They were thinking this is only a 4-car consolation. We can just let it rip. And unfortunately, Aldrich and Schlosser have met their demise early.
Well, it was ripped. Nothing's going to change on track, so we might as well take a look at that. Well, I guess if we can. I don't know if we can.
Yeah, we can take a look at it.
The thing allows us.
At least we should be able to. Yeah, let's take a look here. Allen kind of shuffles up the racetrack a little bit. Looks like Aldrich gets into the back of him and roots him up off the bottom like you would in a stock car. Then as they're coming out of the turn, Aldrich trying to put the hammer down, but as we've mentioned previously, without a lot of heat in these tires, it's easy to get tight, and he got tight right up into Allen and then back down into Schlosser. That is all she's going to write there for those two. So Allen supremely out in the lead currently, but if there's anything we have found out here in this race particularly is, anything can happen. You could wreck it by yourself, pound the wall, and we could have only 1 car left.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be the first time we've had a low number of cars on the racetrack at one time, I suppose.
So Victor Aldrich back out on track will shore up the 3rd position. So Matt Schlosser will start shotgun on the field.
Unless Christopher Kresge somehow shows up.
Now that would be something. We'll say Dubois just ran the purple lap. He is closing in on Kyle Allen. Coming to 2 laps to go.
Yeah, Dubois running, I don't know, maybe half a tenth quicker pretty much every lap right now.
1 to go. Another purple lap. And that was 2 tenths. Too little, too late. Confidence to take into the feature, but Kyle Allen will win our unnecessary consolation race as he nearly spins it out there out of turn number 4 on the final lap.
There's things that we certainly have learned for once we, get deeper into this feature race that I mean, things I feel can change pretty quickly. I mean, everything seems, I don't know, fairly benign at this point, I guess. But, I mean, looking at the way the cars are behaving and the speeds that they're going to be running later on in the run, I mean, your luck and your skill level could change very quickly here as we get later on into the feature race.
So now everybody will get a crack. Oh, my God. I do not remember what I was going to say. Let's just give you what's coming up here this week on the channel. Tomorrow night, it's the start of the Max V Chase from Las Vegas. We'll see you there at 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow night. Friday night, Dirt 200 Special will be live from Knoxville. We'll catch you at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time for that one. Next Tuesday night, Venom Truck Series will be live from Monza. We'll hope to see you there at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time. And the Daredevil Series will head into Legacy, Michigan next Wednesday at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. That's quite the slate for the next 4 nights of racing here on the channel. So pretty much everybody is out on the track, or at least getting in their cars to come out onto the track under the lights here. I mean, not that these drivers got a whole bunch of time sort of between the practice, basically in the track state that the heat racing was on. But I mean, how much have the track conditions changed under the lights here?
Yeah, I mean, on the surface, they haven't changed much. I mean, the track temperature is only down a degree or two than it was for the earliest heat race. I mean, I do think it will take a tick longer maybe for the tires to come in. I mean, I think the real question mark, and granted, you know, there's a lot of these drivers put in at least 50 laps of practice, if not more. But, I mean, I think the real question mark is kind of how this car is going to race once the fuel load is a little bit lighter. Those tires start to get, hot rather than just warm. I think that's going to be a big factor in this one as well. The other thing is no pit stop is going to be necessary here tonight. We have 100 laps. Obviously, you can tell how fast these laps click off. I mean, no fuel stop is going to be necessary. So it'll be interesting to see who can survive. They do get a fast repair, so... Oh, my God! If something
Ouch.
like that happens, they have a fast repair.
Well, I hate to say it, but we're going to need a backup driver because he's dead.
That was... Oh, my. That was instant death right there.
Only the finest at Bristol.
I have to go back and watch that again. And I'm going to have to go all the way back this way because I don't have timestamps in practice. But, I mean, my goodness. So, this is Brody Gunter. Just clipping the wheel of Christopher Hill there. I mean, that happened so quickly. That is unbelievable.
And when you come back to live, we got to check out Corey Rutherford.
I think the inaugural Daredevil series race, we called it a quadruple Weldon or something of that sort. Well, Brody showed him how it's done here tonight.
Ouch. Ouchie.
And here is a look at Corey Rutherford.
Well, he was doing donuts, but he has blown the motor, unfortunately.
Well, never mind. He was up there still. He is hoping to end up there by the end of the night, that's for sure.
Certainly. Honestly, I think anybody's got a shot. That's the truth. This race exacts the toll. But how exact that toll is going to be, we will find out All right, it's starting lineup time. Let's get after it. Hello to Don Golden, by the way, in the chat, and to Joshua Rutherford as well. Hello to anybody else that's watching as we get ready to roll tonight for 100 laps at Bristol Motor Speedway. As we wait another 5 seconds for the session to switch over, this is how they are going to line up. It will be your 2 heat race winners, Christopher Hill and James Watson, the teammates on the front row. Freddie Gunter and Dakota DeMade will be on row number 2. Zach Amsbacher and Joshua Rutherford on row 3. Paul Ellison and Corey Rutherford will line up on the 4th row with Kyle Allen and Eric Dubois on row 5. Victor Aldrich, Matt Schlosser. The rest of the starting lineup back to 12th is no Christopher Kresge here, unfortunately. As track conditions change once again, one final look at it and some thoughts on the strategy ahead of 100 laps at Bristol.
Yeah, let's see if anything's changed in the track state here. I mean, everything's pretty much the same at this point. I don't foresee these conditions changing much throughout the next. I mean, it's only going to take probably, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes to finish this race potentially. I mean, it depends on how many cautions we get for sure, which with, you put these 2 heat race fields together, pretty good opportunity for some cautions to fly here tonight. So, I mean, drivers are going to try their best to keep it clean. They do have that fast repair should they need it. 100 laps here tonight. No pit stop needed, as we mentioned earlier. I mean, if you can keep yourself clean, I think you're going to get track position just by nature of the beast. So it's going to be a war of attrition here tonight at the Last Great Coliseum, I believe. And, just keeping your nose clean might get you that much-needed track position here.
Oh, it's tense, baby. You can cut the tension with a knife.
Everybody scrubbing their tires, trying to get as much heat in them as possible. They are ready to do battle here.
If you know, you know. No scrubbing your tires and no 3 wide before lap 5.
Got to hit the backstretch before you can go 3 wide.
Mm-hmm. Come on back. And we are happy to be back here at Bristol. James Watson wants to make it 2 in a row with the Last Great Coliseum, wants to make it 2 in a row on the track. Christopher Hill wants to get himself back into the championship fight. So does Brody Gunter. So does Dakota DeMade. They've got a shot to do it as we're underway. Old tires. A couple of drivers flirting with the wall. Joshua Rutherford takes a piece of it down the backstretch. As Hill has got the lead, Watson drifting up the track. Doors
Gunter
open for Amsbacher.
Yeah, Gunter just about hit the wall as well as he does touch the wall there. And Amsbacher is able to get underneath. We'll see if the L1 can carry some momentum. Oh, that was close.
Gunter knows he's got the long run pace as well. Might not be pushing the issue all that much.
Amsbacher up to 3rd.
He's sort of looking around a little bit.
Yeah,
Amsbacher looking to get through on Watson here as well.
Yeah, he is wasting no time. He is looking to make a move here as they stack up big time.
Gunter to the top here on lap 5. These tires are getting into their window. Gunter might get them both. He does. How about that? 4th to 2nd, and now he's going for the lead.
Is Hill going to cover it off? He does. Hill goes to the top.
Oh!
Gunter puts his nose inside of the rear wing.
And he might have some front wing damage there. There was actual physical contact between the two.
I mean, it looked like there was some sort of debris, but I mean, it doesn't look like there's any pieces missing. Sometimes that happens here on iRacing where, it kind of registers a piece falling off, but then, it's still there ultimately. Does appear that Gunter probably has some sort of damage here, though.
It doesn't look bent, but he certainly is dropping back here quite quickly. Paul Ellison is now to the inside of Gunter's. He'll lose that ground gained and head back to the 4th spot, and now is under fire. Papa Paul goes down low. These two battled hard for a spot on the podium last night. Dakota DeMaid will come through. Gunter now just on the top side is falling back.
Yeah, Gunter now going to try the bottom. I mean, everybody's passing him on the bottom, so don't blame him for giving that a shot. But I mean, there is definitely some damage here somewhere. It's either with, I mean, I can't believe it would be a toe out. It would have to be front wing, you would think.
The front wing looks okay. Like you said, none of the end plates are missing. It doesn't look misaligned or bent anywhere. So unless it's on the nose cone, I don't see it.
I'm going to see if there's maybe a decent view of it somewhere here.
We have also been hyping up tire wear and tire heat this evening. He could just be playing the long game.
I mean, it happened immediately after that contact. I have to imagine this is not by design. I don't think I have a great shot of the wing, unfortunately, but we'll keep our ears peeled for radio, see if we can figure anything out along the way.
I can tell you this much, Gunter was not very happy over the radio. Meanwhile, Winston inside of a car length to Hill. Can he try and go anywhere with it? Just a little peek to the inside as Hill goes from the middle down. Amsbacher and Ellison are in tow. He's already be lap 20 this time around. And in 4 minutes, we've done 20% of the race.
Yeah, I mean, with no cautions, this will go by very, very quickly.
My guess is there will be blood, one way or another.
Yeah, I mean, we're over 20 laps now. Those tires are starting to get pretty warm.
And we just had some contact between Dakota DeMaid and Joshua Rutherford. They're both still going forward. Don't see any visible damage on these cars.
Yeah, Matt Schlosser, Kyle Allen also very close together. I mean, there's some opportunities here as Rutherford is going to try and take a look at the bottom. He gets there.
DeMaid all the way up to the wall, trying to maybe get back underneath of him, but that's not the case behind them. Allen and Schlosser side by side for 8th.
Now things are starting to get racy. Schlosser trying to find that peak to the inside. Has not quite. He's getting good runs, just can't quite get to the inside or outside of Allen here.
Meanwhile, the Rutherfords have joined the train at the front. Hill, Watson, Amsbacher, Ellison, Corey, and Joshua Rutherford all nose to tail as Amsbacher is getting loose.
Yeah, you saw Paul kind of weave in and out, trying to figure out where Amsbacher would not be. This is starting to feel like really, really classic Daredevil racing, where it takes a while for the field to bunch up, but boy, when they do, it gets hot.
The action gets hot. The right rear tire gets hot. And it is white knuckle around Bristol coming to lap number 30.
Schlosser still trying to make this move on Allen. They nearly came together there.
Meanwhile, at the front, Amsbacher had a run on Watson, bails out of it, and it checks up Paul Ellison as well. Now Ellison has to swap as Amsbacher gets loose out of 4.
So now Ellison on the top. Matt Schlosser able to get around Allen.
And Amsbacher trying to keep it pinned down low here. That's not going to do that tire any favors as Ellison has to avoid it hitting the wall.
Nearly pulled it down into Amsbacher there as Ellison might get clear for 3rd. He does.
He's going to give this top side a shot here on the outside of Watson.
I mean, look at this. This is like the run that Gunter had early on in the race. What does Christopher Hill do? Does he block it again?
Ellison swooped high, looking for a big run down the backstretch. Again, he'll cut it high to mid.
He was way up on the racetrack trying to get a huge run.
Ellison's got the run.
Look at this. He's to the outside.
Tries to shut the door, but Ellison jams it open.
Oh, Paul.
Oh, it's Paul into the wall.
Oh, and Corey Rutherford into the wall as well, further back. Not big contact, but loses a ton of momentum.
Joshua through, up to 5th. Ellison coming back at him. Amsbacher and Watson now side by side. Amsbacher will take 3rd. As Ellison and Amsbacher not content to ride, and Hill has his pick of the litter to try and play defense against. And a reminder for when things get hairy, they do have a faster pair in the back pocket tonight.
Ellison starting to get that run built up again. It just takes him a while on that top side to get the speed built up, but once he does, I mean, absolutely flies around the middle and the top of the racetrack.
Ellison's got to run.
Hill shuts the door. That'll kill the run.
Man, you can see the rears coming out from underneath these drivers.
And if you're Christopher Hill, I mean, he's kind of trying to throw like late blocks but not give up the bottom at the same time. As we get further on into this race, if you're trying that in the last 20 laps, that is a dangerous game to play. Yes, look at this. Joshua Rutherford around Watson now. Rutherford up to 4th.
Watson back to 5th. Oh, we've got trouble. Caution is out. Kyle Allen and Dakota DeMade. DeMade upside down. And that is a big break for Brody Gunter, who will be able to come in and assess the damage to his car and still be on the lead lap.
Yeah, I mean, Gunter, I don't know. He might, depending on how long it takes him to get down pit road and get some service, he could still go a lap down here. Let's take a look at the incident. DeMade is out in front of both Aldrich and Allen here. So we gotta wonder if maybe DeMade has a little bit of a problem. I don't know. It looks like Allen gets a run on him here. Oh, DeMade does get super loose, and not a lot of places for Allen to go there, especially with Aldrich not too far behind. I mean, that's the first we've seen drivers getting loose. That's the first time we've seen somebody get really loose like DeMade did right there. Take one more look. Speed it up here. I mean, DeMade would have had it saved, but had to back off the throttle too much with Allen right there in tow. So both Gunter and Matt Schlosser down pit road.
I mean, pretty much everybody down pit road. If you're wondering what happened with Christopher Hill, he accidentally passed the pace truck and went all the way around to the tail of the field and just had to slow up and let everybody by.
I mean, we've talked a little bit about how there's more wear on that right front, with this tire model that we have now than there has been in years past. Do you think some drivers are worried about the tire wear there on the right front this time?
I think that is definitely not out of the question. At the halfway mark of the race, if anything, it's worth peace of mind. You're not going to lose the pack for the next 5 to 6 laps to get those tires up to temperatures. So, why not? Pace truck is in. 51 laps to go. Hill still in control. Be able to tell who took tires pretty quickly here.
Watson able to get around Rutherford, so Rutherford back to 4th. And
here comes Ellison.
Oh, we got trouble in the back.
Oh, my Lord.
Corey Rutherford and Matt Schlosser.
That was, and they're crashing under caution as well. What has happened to James Watson and Christopher Hill? Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Hill is going to have to use his fast repair here.
Oh, he's going to have to tow back to the pits.
He's going to try and limp it to his pit box. I think
so. Best I can tell, Hill had to pull out of the throttle to keep out of the wall and spun it out. That's wild.
I mean, Christopher Hill, he's literally steering only with his left front tire and the right rear with the throttle. The right front is completely off the ground.
Well, I don't know what to make of any of this, but let's see how all this gets started. What the heck?
Boy, I don't know. Let's take a look. Here's Matt Schlosser and Corey Rutherford, and it looks like, well, there's no contact there. As they come off the corner, Schlosser just comes ever so slightly up the racetrack into the right rear of the 5. And Schlosser goes nose first into that pit road wall there. And so that's what happens to those two. Let's see what happens. Oh! So while they were slowing down, Watson got beside Hill on the bottom, and Hill pulled it off the wall right down into Watson.
It's almost like the right rear came out from underneath of him, or he was trying to get it out of the wall.
I mean, it looks like maybe some damage for Joshua Rutherford as well to that front wing, because, I mean, it looked like he made contact with both of them at the same time. We'll go back, but let's stick with Christopher Hill here. So, light's still green here. Not able to necessarily see the lights.
And lights are coming back green on the racetrack as well, with Paul Ellison at the front of the field.
Wow, I think you're right, Tommy. I think he did just kind of lose it.
And we've got trouble already. Christopher Hill was coming out of the pits and spun out as the field was coming by. So that will be a caution, and I think that's probably Hill's night over, unfortunately.
Okay, so as we're going green, let's see here. Yeah, Hill trying to... Oh, whoa! It actually snapped to the right on him. And I wonder if part of this is just the car being so low to the ground. You got to be really careful on the apron here, I'd imagine. Let's take a look, full speed. Wow. I mean, what he's trying to go as fast as possible because he wants to try and catch up to the field before going, another lap down or whatever. But, I mean, he just gets into it too hard there. So that's quite a few drivers completely out of it, as when DeMade and Allen crashed, they went ahead and dropped out.
They just laughed. Yep.
I mean, part of that is you have to tow. You're going to go multiple laps down when you have to tow, probably. So you feel like there's probably no opportunity to get those laps back. I get that.
And to their point, Matt Schlosser is 6 laps down. Corey Rutherford was 3, now is 2 laps down because he gets the lucky dog. But the other 7 drivers are on the lead lap. All I'm saying is Paul Ellison gets the league and it all goes to hell. Very immediately as well. But I mean, Ellison has been on rails. I mean, he took that lead by force. Nobody else has been able to get past Hill tonight. So Ellison, Joshua Rutherford, Brody Gunter the top 3, Zach Amsbacher, Victor Aldrich the top 5, James Watson now with a fresh car in 6th, Eric Dubois in 7th, Corey Rutherford 2 laps down in 8th, and Matt Schlosser soon to be in 9th, 6 laps down. 48 laps to go at the stripe. It's all still to play for. Pace truck is off. Ellison has control, and he fires. We're back underway.
Oh, boy.
Man.
Oh, and Amsbacher gets
drops at
really
anchor.
tight. Yeah.
I'm going to say he's probably on fresh tires. Didn't really get a chance to get him up to temperature with an immediate caution. Ellison leading.
I tell you what, Joshua Rutherford has looked really good here tonight as well. I mean, he has a real shot at this one, but, not teammate, but chatmate, I guess you could say. Brody Gunter is right here looking for it.
Gunter and Watson both clocking the purple lap as Gunter now rolls through Joshua Rutherford to take second.
So Gunter took tires on lap 47. Watson was just down on lap 53 as well. See how that comes into play here. Seems like Gunter definitely has the advantage right now.
Whoa! Gunter, or rather Watson and Joshua Rutherford making contact. That was left rear to right front.
Man, it looks like Watson's car really danced there as well after the contact.
Little system shock for the 39. Gunter with a run. I'm sure trying to find a way underneath of Ellison, but he'll go to the top if he has to. Coming to 31 to go. There's Greg Johnson in the chat cheering on James Watson. Appreciate you stopping by. Watson riding in 4th. Nobody out of it that's in touch with this lead pack. Watson does have some separation back to Zach Amsbacher. We'll see if Amsbacher can get these tires fired up and rejoin the front 4.
Yeah, I mean, and we saw in the first long green flag run that, as the run continues, I mean, things will tighten up here at the front of the field. So, I mean, Watson definitely has opportunity. And, I mean, the driver that's in front of the field right now, Paul Ellison, passed multiple cars in one corner, or in a set of corners, I guess I should say. I mean, he is certainly not out of this.
Gunter searching around.
I mean, he is high and low looking for his opportunity. I don't think Ellison is necessarily mirror driving, but he's not making it easy either.
No, he is not. 23 laps to go in the closing minutes and seconds here at Bristol. Oh, Gunter has the door open underneath. Ellison now will have to play defense from the top. Oh, man, almost interlocking. And Ellison has to roll out. Here's the crossover.
Yeah, he'll have a run. And he's clear.
And they are screaming War Eagle here at the last great Coliseum. Ellison back on point.
Oh, look like Ellison's getting loose off the bottom there. Oh, up the racetrack.
Here's lap car Eric Dubois will stay down low.
Ellison up into the wall.
Oh, man. But Gunter gets jammed up enough where he can't take advantage.
And now Joshua Rutherford's right in the fight.
Watson not out of the picture either.
Looked like Watson just tapped the wall trying to put the power down. Got a little tight off the corner. Oh, man. Can see Ellison chasing that car down the racetrack off the corner.
Whoa!
Oh, contact!
Really to chase it there.
Wheel-to-wheel contact. Everybody's safe for now. Here comes Joshua Rutherford.
For to the outside, man. And that gives Ellison a somewhat comfortable 0.4 of a second lead coming to 12 to go.
And I'm really surprised that Watson has not been able to get into this. I thought by this point the tires would give him the opportunity to do so. And Ellison still really struggling here. I mean, he's able to keep up the speed, but he is having to make some saves.
10 laps to go. Gunter is closing back in. Oh, but Gunter a little bit high there.
I mean, everybody's starting to dance. You saw both Gunter and Joshua Rutherford really dancing off the corner. Rutherford, a tap to the wall there.
Yes, indeed, and that will give him some damage as well. Hot right rear, hot right front. Makes for a car that doesn't want to turn, and then all of a sudden it wants to turn too much.
Yeah, Watson must have a little wheel damage or something from tapping the wall because he is very outside of it now.
6 laps to go.
Oh, now just 5 as Gunter is really, really pushing the issue, trying to get to Ellison.
Oh, Gunter.
Oh, man. I mean, he is hanging it all out here.
3 to go. These drivers are fighting their own cars as much as they're fighting each other. 2 to go. Ellison wants to see this white flag. And he will. Race is official. Paul Ellison through turns 3 and 4 with a maiden Daredevil Series victory. Paul Ellison takes Bristol. Brody Gunter in second, Joshua Rutherford in third. The points leader, James Watson, fourth, and Zach Amspacker to round out the top 5. But how about that Papa Paul?
Wow, Ellison, I mean, he had to work for this one. I mean, those last 15 laps seemed like they were somewhat easy, but boy, did he have to fight tooth and nail to hang on to the track position here.
Long awaited. Came close, got his first podium earlier this season at Gateway. But these three will ride in formation. Corey Rutherford, Joshua Rutherford. I think they're headed to victory lane. It's just a guess.
That is the place to be.
It's Paul's place tonight. Alberta Gunter's there too.
Ellison going to step up to the top with some friends along the way.
Yeah, I was pretty bummed out we didn't get to talk to Paul last night. He had a great battle with Kyle Zittel for a spot on the podium. I think this probably will take the cake, though. Just a guess.
Yeah, I think he's definitely going to be a little bit more ecstatic about this one than he would have been about a third place. It's going to start getting crowded in victory lane here.
I was going to say, I don't think they're going to be able to fit. Yeah, they keep finding the invisible walls, as this is not really a place that you're supposed to put these cars, but people figured out how to do it. Well, as they get the victory celebrations situated in Bass Pro Shops Food City Victory Lane, let's go ahead and take a look at the full finishing results after a very quick 27-minute feature. Paul Ellison with the first career Daredevil Series victory. Brody Gunter will take home second. Joshua Rutherford back on the podium are your three podium finishers this evening. We'll talk to them in a moment. Fourth place to James Watson. Fifth to Zach Amspacker. Sixth to Victor Aldrich. He's the last driver on the lead lap. Corey Rutherford will finish in seventh, 3 laps down. Matt Schlosser, 8th, 7 laps down. Eric Dubois pulled off late, will finish in 9th. And then DNFs for Christopher Hill, Dakota Domain, and Kyle Allen. Let's go and get your podium finishers into the booth. As we're going to swap Joshua Rutherford straight in, as he will take home the podium spot here tonight, the bronze. And welcome back to the podium. Congrats on a good run here tonight at Bristol.
Thank you. I love this car. This is so much fun. Daredevil's my favorite.
Well, I mean, you've been having solid runs here this season. You've also had a fair bit of bad luck. If there was ever a night that you got some good luck, I guess it would be here, as you took Hill and Watson basically off the dome under caution, and that the car seemed to be okay.
I was asking Paul and Brody off of that, do I have wing damage? Do I have wing damage? They're like, we don't see anything. Floor it out of the next restart. Car's handling just fine, so just try to stay behind Paul and Brody and see if they can't try to overheat their stuff and try to make up for it. But I bounced it off the wall one too many times, and the car couldn't keep up with the two of them. But I mean, third place, Bristol, this car, these people, I will gladly take this.
Matt, what you got?
Yeah, congrats. I mean, it was a great run for you. It had really good speed all night long. I mean, it just seemed like, especially kind of later on in that first long green flag run, I mean, it seemed like you really had something figured out there. I mean, you were really moving up the field towards the podium positions. I mean, was there something in particular that you felt was just working for you, or was it just jiving with you here tonight?
Kind of jiving, and for whatever reason I jammed the car in 5th gear at the beginning, and it was honestly faster than holding it in 4th, and I was saving fuel. So I really don't know how to explain it, but apparently it all came together tonight. I'll take it.
Well, good stuff for me here tonight. Congrats on the podium. Let's get some shout outs in before I let you go.
All right. Hi, Mom. I know you're watching. Shout out Mullet Music Productions. You can find me YouTube, Facebook, or I can't say Facebook anymore. YouTube, Audius, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere you find music. CJR Graphics, Done Fumble Productions. Shout out to Paul and Brody, my unofficial teammates in this. This is so much fun running with all you guys. And of course, both you, Matt, Tommy, and everyone at Turn 200. You guys are the best broadcasts on YouTube. I watch you every time I race, and I'm definitely going to miss you guys once this year is over.
Absolutely, partner. Thanks. First of all, hi, Mom, as well. And second of all, thanks for everything you do for us. And third of all, congrats on a good run here tonight. We'll hope to talk to you again next week in Michigan.
I hope so. I like Michigan.
All right, let's get your runner-up finisher here tonight, Brody Gunter. Will find his way to P2 this evening. Welcome back to the booth. Certainly an interesting road to get there, but P2 nonetheless.
Yeah, it's not how I thought I was going to finish about 50 laps ago.
I mean, a lucky break with the caution, I guess. We couldn't see any visible damage on the car after the contact there with Christopher Hill, but I mean, that thing threw it anchored.
It did through the field. I will admit, when I got to last, I then started going into tire save mode because I did figure, well, I'm killed. My only really way is to tire save, and then may hope if you have a caution like I did, I have a great right front tire. Because I wasn't being pushed that hard the entire race. I was coasting through every single corner, saving the right front. So that actually played out majorly because then that yellow came out right before I got lapped, helping me then just come down, take the fastest pay, and fix the damage. And it handled a lot better with the damage fixed. And then I also had a right front that only had probably actually made 25 to 20 actually hard pushing laps on it. So it's kind of like I just took tires at lap 25 but never experienced the cold of it. But hate that I couldn't really get Paul there at the end. It was kind of like Dover where the leader they could hold out in front and the outside was not strong enough to get it. I got a couple runs where I got to his inside, but it seemed like every time I did, it's because he got loose and his car would shake and almost wreck both of us. So I had to back out of it for both of our sakes. But happy that Paul got, I think he says, first Daredevil win. Definitely I'll take a second to him so you can get that.
Matt, what you got?
Yeah, congrats on a great run here tonight. I mean, especially I kind of want to talk about later on in that first really long green flag run we had. I mean, the runs that everybody was getting on each other were just absolutely massive, and I mean, it felt like multiple times you guys were just going to run each other over. I mean, just talk to me about what it took to battle here, what it took to try and take care of each other and yourself at the same time, because it looked hectic out there.
It definitely was. I would say runs were crazy, especially if you could find, I feel like, clean air for a second and then have draft. It'd really suck you up to the back of the car, sometimes faster than you expected, like you said, causing those incidents. Plus, the car was very skatey once the track leveled out, which caused it to slide into people, which caused a lot of those wrecks as well. But it felt like toward the beginning, that's how I got from, I fell to fourth, farther than I wanted to fall back. I wanted to try and get second from James. It fell to fourth, though. And I was like, let's try the top. And all of a sudden, it slingshot past, I think it was, who was it? Zach. And then past James, and crazy enough, slingshot all the way up the hill to a point where I had to run, and yeah, just got my nose chopped off. But then toward the end, it was less, I feel like, because probably the right front and right rear is now being harder. The runs weren't as major where you could just slingshot to their nose and more slingshot to the back bump by the corner star, but they were still pretty major the entire race.
Well, good stuff here tonight. Great battle in there with Paul all through the closing stretch there. And let's get some shout-outs in once again before I let you go.
Yes, sir. Shout out to CGI Graphics, Mobius Productions, Paul and his first Daredevil win. Everyone at Daredevil that showed up tonight to race. You guys for putting on this series and broadcasting it, and as well as my mom. It's her birthday today, so happy birthday to her.
Oh, happy birthday. Yes, and good stuff here tonight as well. And we'll hope to talk to you again next week in Michigan.
Hopefully.
All right, it's time Paul Ellison on the top step of the Daredevil series. He gets it done tonight at Bristol. How about that, man? Awesome stuff. Congrats.
Thank you. Finally.
I know we've got you close a couple of times. Got that podium earlier this season at Gateway. But, I mean, you went up and took it tonight. There was no, well, this or this. I mean, you beat James Watson and Christopher Hill straight up to get the lead. And then you fended off and, I mean, crossed over Brody Gunther. I mean, that's three of the best the Daredevil series has to offer. And you took them to the cleaners.
Yeah, of course, it would be on an oval where I actually know what I'm doing. So I guess that helped a little bit. And the car being I mean, it was, I don't think I can explain how loose it actually was coming off the corner, how much it was sliding out. It was actually really fun, but I almost lost it a few times.
I mean, talk about going wheel to wheel there with Brody. I mean, it's sketchy enough, obviously. There's not very much room to maneuver, but the car handling the way that it was, you and Brody just going after it. I mean, it was a great battle.
Yeah, it was fun. I didn't know having him behind me, of course. I'm just like, well, dadgummit. But, hold it just basically all I could do was hold it wide open and do the best I could not to lose it. And I don't know if it was air or I don't know what it was, but I got really loose at one point and I thought I was done for. And I just happened to actually be able to save it and keep it ahead of them. So, and then I got the gap to him. And once I got the gap to him, I could control it a little bit better.
All right, Matt, what you got for the race winner?
Yeah, congrats. I mean, it was really fun to watch you battle there. I mean, I want to ask you about the runs that you were getting on the top of the racetrack because, I mean, you were flying by people. I think at one time you made 2 passes in one set of corners. I mean, what was it like just, taking a rocket ship out there and shipping it around Bristol?
So in practice and everything, you had to hold the bottom. You could hold it wide open and everything. At the beginning of this race, no matter how warm we got the tires, it still wanted to push in traffic. And I don't know if it was the temperature, if it's the tires or what, but we had to save a little bit of fuel if we didn't want to stop to take fuel. So I was just kind of hanging out behind them saving it. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I decided to go to the top or what I did, but I just went to the top and held it wide open and it went. And I was like, oh, I'm doing this. So I just held it wide open and just kept going around him on the top. So, when I got to Chris, he opened it back up a little bit and it was a little tougher, but eventually it worked out. But I think he probably had damage. That's the reason I was able to pass him so easy.
Well, I was a little bummed we didn't get to talk to you last night as much as you and Kyle were wheeling it, but I think you'd probably trade that one for this one if I had to guess.
Yeah, I'll definitely trade a third place finish for a victory any day of the week. But yeah, it was fun last night racing with Kyle, and it's fun tonight racing with Brody and Josh and Corey and everybody. So I always have fun doing this. Even if I wreck out in lap 3, it's still fun.
Well, who do you want to thank here other than the folks that you're racing with? Because, I mean, yeah, you earned it here tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, just all the guys we race with in here. And then, you and Matt for doing this. And I know it's not been a big car count this year, but it's still been a lot of fun. Thank y'all for doing it. I don't want to see it go away. I can't wait to see what you got in store for it. And I always got to thank my wife who lets me do this, even when I work late like tonight. And I spent 30 minutes with her, then jumped on the sim rig, and she just told me good night, have fun. So I always got to thank Amy. Love her to death. So, yeah.
Well, good stuff here tonight. Go celebrate, go party hard, and we'll hope to talk to you again next week in Michigan.
Yep, looking forward to it. I hope I will be there. Just depends on work, but I will try.
Oh, work. Quit your job. No, that's a joke. Don't do that. We're trying to be responsible here at Turn 200, and as responsible as putting the Lotus 79s out on Bristol.
Yeah, I don't know if it was completely responsible here tonight, but I mean, at least there wasn't dirt on the racetrack like some hoped there would be. So, I mean, I guess we have that going for us. But yeah, I mean, it was fun tonight. I mean, especially we got that green flag run. We really got to see, I think, what this car really is capable of here in that run. And then, I mean, even on the restarts, I expected some of those restarts to be pretty tame. And I mean, these drivers were able to, really try and make some maneuvers there right off the rip. So, yeah, I mean, shout out to the drivers. It seemed like they had fun here tonight. Hope that everybody else did that was watching as well. Thanks to Don Golden, Matt Schlosser, who wanted us to take a look at his launch off of victory lane, it sounds like. So we'll put him up on the screen here for a moment and see if we can capture that. But shout out to Don Golden, Matt Schlosser, Greg Johnson for hopping in here for a little bit, and of course Joshua Rutherford for being in here earlier and also getting a podium here tonight. Really, really good stuff from him.
Absolutely. Thanks to everybody that hangs out with us as always. And let's talk about what we got coming up here tomorrow night. It's the Max V Chase from Las Vegas. Catch us at 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Friday night Dirt 200 special from Knoxville. We'll be live at 9 o'clock on a Friday. We'll hope to see you for some good old-fashioned dirt oval truck racing action. Tuesday night, the Venom Truck Series will be live from Monza without the first chicane at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time. And the Daredevil Series returns to Legacy, Michigan next Wednesday night. Usual time, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. I hope to see you there. Thanks for hanging out with us here tonight. Thank you to all the drivers, and thank you to Mr. Matt Williamson. That's all we got for you here tonight. So we meet again from the last great Coliseum. I'm Tommy Cook saying so long, and congratulations to Paul Eldison on his first career Daredevil Series victory. Have a good night, everybody.